Three. Welcome to the Reese Report. I am Andrew Reese, and we are back to do our second Rampage review. This one also from Arthur Ashe. As Steve Kenny will tell you, it was a 4-hour extravaganza, but for me and Tony, it was 2 hours on Wednesday and 2 hours on Friday. Yes, Steve got to go live. That's why he's here right now. We're very jealous of him. Now, Tony watched this recently. I watched it on Friday. But we're really going to need Steve for this one because I thought that this episode was not as good as the first 2 hours. I thought the crowd was kind of tired, maybe a little deader because the matches weren't as impressive. But we'll get into all of that, and we'll get Steve Kenny's thoughts because he was there live. Please remember to subscribe to the channel, guys. We really need your support, your sharing ability, and we would love your subscriptions so we can spread this like wildfire and get people to watch it. That's why we're here. I just love doing the show. So either way, I'm good, but I'd rather have more people watching. So we're going to start off with the first match, which again, a little surprising, but I think Tony Khan has a thing where he needs the crowd to get going. And so I guess after a pause, Steve, was there a pause after Dynamite?
There was a bit. Tony did come out, did a thing with the acclaimed. Gave like a little bit of just like a nice little intermission, just to make sure people use piss break, food, whatever.
Right.
So yeah, there was that, and then they went straight into the Rampage taping.
Okay, did they change anything in the ring or the signs or anything like that?
Just the LED board and the ring skirt and the ring mat is the canvas is usually blank for Dynamite, and then when they switch over to Rampage, you get the Rampage logo on the corners. That's about it.
Okay. So our first match is Powerhouse Hobbs versus CM Punk. Again, my thinking maybe they wanted to get the crowd going because they might have been a little tired after Dynamite, but this was the first match. How was the reaction for Punk, Steve?
It was, from what I remember, it was great. Everyone popped huge because you're not going to get very many CM Punk matches on TV, I don't think, right now.
Right.
But so yeah, the Team Taz got a nice boo, like a heel reaction, and then we all popped for CM Punk, and we were all singing to
Cult of Personality.
Right.
Cult of Personality.
Yeah. It's becoming a Jericho theme now with people singing along. You get a nice, huge like sing along at the beginning, especially.
It's like that for a lot of guys now.
So I'm going to leave this most of this to Tony and Steve here. All I'm going to say is Hobbs looked like Mark Henry when he was on offense. He even did the through the ropes butt move where he just goes through the guy's neck. That looked like Mark Henry. Looks like Henry's coaching him a little bit. They messed up a Hurricanrana pretty bad. I think Hobbs forgot to flip over, and that led to kind of a messed up spot there with Punk kind of landing on his ankles. But it seemed to do okay, and the crowd wasn't too hard on them, at least from what I could hear, Steve.
I cringed at that because I hope he didn't hurt his neck there.
Yeah,
it's really bad.
Look, Hobbs is very green. He's a big guy who's really green. So, this was going to be a tough match for him as it was for Punk. But it wasn't too bad.
I beg to differ. To me, I think he was the big winner of the night.
You think so? Okay, so before I go to Tony, GTS
I thought
for
it was
the win.
A pretty good match.
Okay, Tony.
I thought Punk made him look good, and I thought he was good. I honestly, the big winner of the night was him, because I thought he was I thought he had a good match.
Yeah, I thought it was a good match.
Good.
Yeah,
I thought his transitions were good.
Yeah.
And when Punk went on offense, he sold pretty good.
Yep.
To me, he looked like the big star out of the night, to tell you the honest truth.
Yeah, the match was fine. Other than that bad spot, to me, that match was fine. It was a good knockdown, drag out kind of fight. Powerhouse looked fine. I mean, other than that spot, he looked fine. CM Punk.
I never really thought too much of Powerhouse Hobbs. I never thought of.
Yeah.
But after watching the match,
now you guys can be the judge. a lot of people are saying online that CM Punk is blown up, but I think we're mixing up him being blown up with selling. But Steve,
Yeah.
what did you think of was he selling or was he blown up? What did it look like to you?
It's really hard. Like when you're there live, it's really hard to tell.
Right.
But you also got to remember, like, he really only started training back in everything 2 weeks before All Out. So
yeah,
it's going to take some time for him to get back into proper ring shape. But even then, it's like
7 years, guys. 7 years is a long time, and he's had 2 pretty good matches. So I know there's a lot of haters out there, and you're going to get that, which is why I don't pay too much attention to online stuff. But he's going to be fine.
And he's already 41, 42.
Yeah, he's like 41, 42.
Right.
Yeah. So he's gonna it's gonna get used to him. It's gonna get time for him to get used to getting back in the ring again. Yeah. Obviously, he's not as quick as he used to be.
Right.
So he might be changing his style a little bit. That could be also him changing his style in the ring a little bit too.
Yeah.
So,
right?
Punk
also we got to remember, like, there's a difference between in shape and in ring shape.
Right.
Exactly. 2 totally different things. Yeah. So it's going to take a bit for him to get back in ring shape, and once he is, he'll be fine.
Certainly 2 different opponents, which would have been difficult to adjust to. You've got Darby Allin, who's 180 pounds and really, really fast, and you got Powerhouse Hobbs, who's near 300, and it's 2 different matches. So when he gets in there with the Starks, I think we'll find out what, and Punk's a little bit more, into the groove. We'll see what he has.
I'm surprised too that he didn't really get involved, because he was on commentating, and I'm surprised Ricky Starks didn't get involved. I'm guessing they want to maybe push down that one a little bit down the line.
Yeah.
Because I like I said, I think that's a great feud for Ricky Starks.
Yeah.
And for his career, I hope he does goes over Punk, but obviously that's down the line. But I hope it does lead into a feud between both of them.
Forgot to mention, Starks was on commentary, and he was great. He was great on commentary. Well, he was perfect. He didn't interfere or go too much, but he said what he had to at the right time. He even laughed at the right time when he had to. He wasn't over the top like Jericho, although Jericho can be good on commentary. They also replaced Mark Henry with who did they replace? With Taz, right? I believe it was Taz.
It was Taz.
Yeah.
It was Excalibur.
Yeah.
Ricky Starks.
Yeah.
And that's it.
And that's it. So so Punk got the win with the GTS. He actually got Hobbs up nice, and it had a nice GTS. This is what I call a slow burn, people. It's not going to be super fast, and he's going to win the title right away. This is a slow burn. Punk wants to work with everybody, and he wants to have good matches. So be patient.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. I think more for now. I think in the next couple of years, you're just going to work with people. Yeah. I don't think the title is going to be in his sights anytime soon.
Right.
Which is good. To tell you the honest truth, I hope they don't put like the title on him right away. Even Daniel Bryan, I hope they don't put the title on him right away, because you want to see those guys that actually started with AEW. You want to see those guys get the belt.
Yeah, so, I get the sense Bryan and Punk are here to wrestle and not fight for titles yet, and the fans they're over. They don't need the titles. So
no.
Next, we have a Thunder Rosa Jade Nyla promo. Thunder Rosa was great here. Jade and Nyla, not so much, but it was just a quick promo to talk about their triple threat coming up, I believe. My guess is the winner gets a title shot.
That's what it's. I'm guessing that's what it sounds like.
Did you hear this in the crowd, Steve?
They did not show that in live.
Okay.
A lot of the backstage, I think like half the stuff that I saw with Rampage and Dynamite, like both, like there's only like maybe half of them they show.
Okay.
Shown, because like I think with Rampage they didn't show any backstage segments because I don't know. I guess they're trying to get through everything because it was already like past, actually, because this was actually like past 10 o'clock when they started Rampage. So I didn't see that live, but I did watch that while watching it back because I did get a chance to watch, I think, half of Rampage. But that promo, like, it was like Thunder Rosa is a good promo.
Yeah,
she is. So
as I said before, I think she's taking the title off of Britt, but it probably won't be till the pay-per-view. They're going to hold it off and give her a big title win, but we'll see. But I think she's going to beat Britt. Next, I got a preview from Steve Kenny I asked him not to provide any spoilers, but this ended up on his Facebook page. This was Adam Cole and the Bucks coming out against Cage and Jurassic Express. And so Steve put on his Facebook the Bebe chant, and my God, this was the loudest thing I heard all night. Again, he goes to the crowd, he goes to the ring, just points at himself, boom, gets in the ring and just milks it as much as he can and just says Adam Cole Bebe, and the whole crowd just goes nuts cheering this. He's a heel, but he's going to be cheered. Like, he might as well be a baby face at this point. How did it sound to you, Steve? It sounded like the loudest thing I heard on Rampage.
Deafening.
Oh my God. Like, he's so over. I mean,
yeah.
And the direction, you'll find out after the match what the direction is, but it was pretty obvious going in.
Mm-hmm.
I love the kiss. They did the kiss in the middle of the
I love
match.
that spot. That's a cool
This is
spot.
so good.
Yeah.
I love that kiss where Cole's just smiling and give him a kiss. It's so good.
It's such an old Bucks like old school Bucks thing they do. It's just like it was great.
Oh
yeah, they used to do that in ROH when they were part of the Bullet Club too, right?
yeah.
They used to do that. So
The hope is that KO comes and then you have quite the dynamic if he joins, because then you might have two factions going at it. But we'll see. He's the last piece of the puzzle for this group here. So we'll see.
I hope so. I hope we get to see the four of them. I hope we get to see Mount Rushmore, which is pretty cool. This was a good match. I really hate the Good Brothers. I haven't mentioned this before, but I really hate the Good Brothers. I don't see any point of them being with this group or on the show at all. What do you guys think of the Good Brothers? They just came and got on the ropes and tried to cause interference. Well, it wasn't really both of them. It was only
Gallows.
Gallows.
It was only Doc Gallows.
Yeah.
I like their New Japan stuff. When they did their New Japan,
they're useless on this show. They don't do anything.
They were more useful. They were a better tag team. Now hanging around, they look like lackeys, to tell you the honest truth.
Yeah.
If you don't watch Impact,
right,
you don't care for them.
Adriana was right on these guys. They're doing nothing right now. What do you think, Steve?
Yeah. I've been watching them. Like, I just don't care.
Exactly.
It's no fault of their own. It's just like, I don't know. No. It's like, I'm not watching Impact. Although I might actually start watching Impact if like with that main event with Christian Cage and Josh Alexander. That I might actually watch it. If that gets me hooked on Impact, maybe I'll watch Impact again.
Now, let me see if I get the name of this move right. The Pineapple Express, is that what it's called?
No. It's the Panama Express.
The Panama Express. I didn't hear it quite right. This move's
that's
incredible.
Where he's from, right?
Oh my God, this move's incredible. I believe. Like an incredible move. To me, it should be his finish. I know he does the Shining Wizard after, but this should be his finish. It's a crazy move. It's great. Like it should be his finish for every match. But he did the Shining Wizard and they got the pin. Which I expect.
Another cool spot in the match was Luchasaurus when he took on three of them. When they missed when they went for the super kick,
right?
And he avoided it, and then I think Adam Cole tried to go for his own super kick, and then he kind of blocked it, and then he hit him with a kick, an inverted choke slam, and then he grabbed one of them it was a weird because it's like he chokeslammed them one on top of another. Yeah, I believe he chokeslammed Matt Jackson on top of Adam Cole.
Right.
As he was holding him. So that was pretty cool. That was a pretty cool spot. Yeah. They had a couple of nice spots.
So the Aftermath, I believe they got beat up in the Aftermath, correct? They went after him to beat him up some more.
No, where it was Jungle Boy just came in the ring and him and Adam Cole had a little bit of a stare down.
Yeah. Right.
They're having their one-on-one match.
They're setting that up. Now, here's my problem with this. I knew this is where they were going, but I think Jungle Boy's in a lot of trouble here because as much as he's a face, man, I don't think they should be in the ring together because Adam Cole is going to get cheered over him. And I don't know what was the reaction to Jurassic Express when they came out, Steve?
The
Did they do
Jurassic
the chant?
oh yeah, of course. Everyone's singing on to Tarzan Boy.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't like this will be a great match, but Adam
Yeah.
Cole almost has to go over, and Jungle Boy's
I don't
losing
agree.
a lot. And,
I don't agree.
and he's too over. Like, he's so over right now. Adam Cole, like, he might get booed. Like, I could see Adam Cole getting cheered over him. What do you guys think?
I
Not
hope
necessarily, because like what I think might happen is just like he might like if he get dueling chants.
Nothing wrong
Like,
with that.
then,
No.
yeah. That's it. But that's kind of what you want. But
Right.
if it's just like one's just visibly getting cheered over the other, then yeah, there might be a bit of a problem. But I think we might get people doing dueling chants. I think they're both over.
Yeah.
Like, and I think this might actually get Jungle Boy just a little bit more over because he's a great wrestler.
Mhm.
You got him against Adam Cole.
Yeah.
And I think they're going to kill it on Wednesday. Yeah,
it's going to be a great combo. Tony?
I honestly for Adam Cole to really be a heel, to really like get people to hate, I think Jungle Boy should go over Adam Cole.
Wow.
Adam Cole beat him up like after the match, like really stick it to him, chair shot, whatever. Like, I open a weapon gets involved because that you're gonna get heat on Adam Cole, and you're just gonna make Jungle Boy even more of a start.
Yeah,
and because you want to keep the feud going. I think you want to keep this feud going a little bit. So I hope they have multiple matches.
I think
you get to a big payoff a month down the line, right? So to me, on this match, I would put Jungle Boy over.
Yeah.
But like just with a simple roll up or something.
Right.
And then I have Adam Cole just annihilate him after the match. Yeah. Make him get that heat on him.
Yeah.
And make Jungle Boy look like a babyface, a pure babyface.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
What I would do.
I think it's really important that Jungle Boy gets a win, and so I hope that's what they do. What do you think, Steve?
Yeah. You could give Jungle because you know what?
Cole doesn't need
Adam
it.
Cole's no, he doesn't need it. No. He's already 2 matches into the 2-3 matches in the company now, and it should be fine.
Like Cole's more over, so therefore Jungle Boy should win to help him get up to a higher level.
That's what I'm saying. Like you get Jungle Boy the win, and then you keep building that feud. You obviously get the Jungle Boy with a roll up, with the Schoolboy, just something like that.
Right.
And then I have Adam Cole beat him up, like, oh, you got a fluky win, blah blah blah.
Right.
Right. And then it just makes Adam Cole look like more of a dick, and then Jungle Boy, makes him look like a pure baby face when they meet again.
So I'm not going to talk too much about this match because it's exactly what I predicted it was going to be. Men of the Year got a victory over Y2J and Hager. Even the entrances weren't that much of anything. Y2J got as usual sing along, which sounded great. I'm sure that's what happened, Steve, right? They all sang along. It was
good.
The UFC guys did exactly what I thought they would do. They attacked after the match. Paige Van Zandt did some cool punches, looks great in the ring. Yeah. And then the shocker of all shockers, the world champion there, Masvidal, gave Jericho a knee, and Jericho sold it like he was dead, which was great.
Oh, but that looked like a deadly knee,
man.
Oh,
man. It looked like he killed Jericho. So that was a highlight for me. I wanted the UFC guys to attack so that we could set up something there. It won't be Masvidal because of his contract, but the other two guys might have a fight with Jake Hager. Jake Hager got rolled up. That surprised me. I thought maybe Jericho would take the pin.
So I was hoping Jericho was going to take the pin. Right. It's like he doesn't need, Jericho. It doesn't matter if he wins or loses.
Right.
But I like Man of the Year winning this match too.
Yeah.
I thought I was good for their.
Like, I think they're setting up a UFC match with Jake Hager and some of those guys, because remember they had that exhibition with him and who was it that he had the exhibition with, Jake Hager? It was an exhibition UFC match on the Dynamite.
It wasn't UFC. It was Bellator.
Okay, Wardlow and him had like an exhibition UFC style match. Yeah. Now we're gonna have a real one.
Oh yeah, what the hell do they call it?
I can't remember what they called it, but it wasn't very good. But now we're gonna have a real sort of like, I guess, staged UFC fight. I don't know what they're going to do.
Yeah.
That's what's going to happen out of this, to me. So not much to say there. I'm glad Men of the Year won. That means we get to hear more from Dan Lambert, which is great.
And Ethan Page looked pretty good. I thought
Yep.
Ethan Page is the one that stood out the most in the match too.
Those two guys are very talented. I hope they get
Mhm.
a better push with Dan Lambert as their mouthpiece, but they can talk on their own too. So
And I can see them winning the title too. I can see these guys winning the tag titles.
it much further down the line, because Lucha Brothers are going to have a long run, I think.
Yeah.
Because their title runs are not short. This is not WWE.
Yeah, exactly.
Except for Roman Reigns. This is again a nothing match. Guys, look, HFO, like they're like dead to me. So they faced.
It was just more. Just more to like I said, both shows that we did.
Yeah.
It's to set up a match between Pride and Powerful and the Lucha Brothers. That's all it is.
Yeah, they work together on this. They look good.
They respect each other as a team.
Right.
They're gonna have
the turn will happen at some
match
point.
And I have a feeling somewhere along the line something's gonna happen.
Yep.
But that's for another time.
Steve, how did Justin Roberts sound on this one? I can't do it, man. I can't do it justice. But wow,
I can't do it just Roberts either. But
it's almost like it's a shtick now. It's like I'm gonna do MJF because I don't like him, but I'm gonna do Ray Phoenix like I'm Spanish, or Mexican.
Yeah,
it's weird. That was fun. And then again, I love the face paint on Pride and Powerful. They look like two psycho ghosts that are going to kill people. So
they were painted from the painting was from an homage to the Warriors movie.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, because it came out in baseball gear because they were
the baseball bat and the bottles,
baseball furies.
The bottles, like that one scene in the movie.
So just a few points on this match. Orange Cassidy comes out again, delivers a big orange punch to further set up Matt Hardy versus Orange Cassidy. However, they're going to Jack Evans first for the hair match, which that's going to be weird. Jack Evans with no hair is going to look weird, but I guess that's where they're going with it. Matt Hardy's never given up his hair, although he should. That would be kind of funny. So basically they make a match after the win by Pride and Powerful and the Lucha Brothers with Jake Evans for hair versus hair. So I assume I think that's on Rampage. I have to double check which one it's on, but not much to say there.
It's on Rampage. That match is on Rampage.
Yeah, the Lucha Brothers need to face FTR or a team that can really make their title run feel better than it is right now. They've had to face Butcher and Blade and HFO, and that's not really helping them. So hopefully they fight better guys after this. Like Darby and Sting or Pride and Powerful or FTR, like give them a good good matches.
It's still early in their title run, so we'll get that.
This to me, and Tony had his best segment of the night. This to me was my favorite and best segment of the night, and pretty much sets up what Tony has predicted. Sammy Guevara, the Spanish God, comes out with his signs and he starts talking about how he's going to be the next world champion. He gets a big pop from the crowd. This was so perfect. I love this segment. Miro comes out from behind. You got Fuego El Sol out there, and he just has that perfect like psycho look on his face. He's just standing behind, just waiting, and just destroys Sammy Guevara. He knocks out Fuego. He throws Fuego off the stage. He knocks out Sammy and then gives him the game over on the stage. This was great. And it pretty much is going to set up a title win for Sammy Guevara on Wednesday. That's my prediction.
You know what? Like, and also with this whole feud, something tells me it might not happen now. I'll tell you why. Something said it's something. I don't know why I'm getting this vibe about Fuego del Sol turning on Sammy Guevara.
I can't see that happening. This is AEW, not WWE. We're not going to get a swerve like that.
You don't think so?
No. Sammy's either going to win or lose. It's not going to be about Fuego.
Well, like I said all along, he needs a title. I think Sammy Guevara needs a title. And to beat Miro, that's
the way Miro
really
took out Fuego. he's not going to be anywhere near that match. He's going to be in a hospital somewhere the way he got taken out. So I can't even imagine him being there at the match. But this was a great segment. How did this sound live, Steve?
By this time, like, I think we were all pretty dead because mind you, this is going on like because there's just like 5 full hours of wrestling, right? So we were like, this is what, like halfway through the show. I'm trying to pinpoint like exactly where this was.
This is pretty close to the end. 2 more matches.
Was there? Yeah.
Yeah.
So just after the halfway point. At this point we're just dead. It got a reaction. It's just like
you guys are
just
dead,
not
eh?
exactly.
Yeah.
Well, let's say like the only thing with this is that I've been to WrestleMania twice, and I've been to this, and I'll tell you this: I'd rather take this over an 8-hour WrestleMania.
Yeah, it's too long.
Yeah.
Now it's 2 days, which is ridiculous.
Yeah. Actually, no, that's better because at least you're not sitting through 8 hours of WrestleMania. Yeah. At least you're sitting through like 4 to 5.
Right.
So, but what it is that it's like when you get later into the night, it's just you're getting drained, and then there's certain matches that kind of just take the energy out of you. Yeah. And it gets harder and harder. Yeah. But at this point, I'm just getting really dead.
Yeah, they didn't really give us much on Rampage to go crazy about either, and that really hurt the show and its audience. And then when you get into the next segment, you'll understand why. So sorry.
What I've heard is they're really thinking about doing this an annual thing, and if they do, I hope they do both shows live because that would make it better.
Yeah,
that would make it. It wouldn't sound.
Well, to me, they should have a pay-per-view there.
It could turn into a pay-per-view. You can call it Grand Slam, right? Because that was the theme of the whole week. Right. So maybe you can turn that into a pay-per-view. But I kind of like them having it the 2-hour Dynamite and the 2-hour Rampage. Yeah. But what I would do, I would make both shows live. Yeah. Even though on Friday is a little bit later, 10 o'clock until 12. Right. That might be a little bit iffy, but I would do them live. So because it would sound so much better.
Right. So I don't know if Steve caught this, but a promo by Andrade, pretty similar to the one he cut on Wednesday, where he says he can beat Pac without Chavo's help. A very repetitive promo, but still sounded good. No. So that was next. Then we get what I call the worst part of this 4-hour extravaganza. AndrEW versus Penelope. This is just, if you weren't asleep by now, the crowd would have been asleep during this match. This was nothing. Brass knucks were used again. I'm getting sick of brass knucks. This gimmick is getting really boring and overused. They knock out AndrEW and Penelope after Penelope or AndrEW rolls up Penelope. The Dark Order comes out. They run off the HFO, and then they do the stupid thing where they're about to shake hands and Evil Uno walks away.
Which is odd, because now it's not the whole group, because you had the group in between, a split in between.
They're like half and half now.
Between another 4 or 5 guys. Now you just have Evil Uno, which originally from the beginning he was the mouthpiece for Dark Order right from the get-go. Yeah. So we'll
see. This segment made me not want Bray Wyatt to take over this group. Like it's getting too much now. Like I almost feel like Wyatt should be on his own because this group is just sucking the life out of the fans and the audience. Well, so
I think this Wednesday, because it is in Rochester, I think we're finally going to see what's going to happen with Dark Order, right? Because this was supposed to be the show that
it's a tribute show for
this is it's Brody's Lee hometown.
They're doing a memory show for Brody Lee. Yeah, so
this is the show it's supposed to be at too. So I think something's going to happen with Dark Order. It has to. It's in Rochester. Like it's. I'm hoping that all this leads to Wednesday night.
Yeah. So the less said about that, the better. Now let's get to this. I feel bad for these guys because this was great and the crowd was really trying hard to get into this, and they were, but they were dead. I feel like this match should have been maybe on Dynamite or earlier in the show. I would have started the show with this match because that would have really fired.
Well,
everybody.
especially the ending because
yeah, this
that
was
guy-
great.
Yeah,
Like to me, this
Homicide-
homicide.
Homicide
We'll get the
gets a
homicide.
pop.
Yes,
Homicide gets a huge pop, especially in New York.
the crowd's dead. Moxley and Eddie come out. Suzuki Gun comes out. The crowd gives them the most they can. There, you can tell they're dead, but they give them everything they can. This starts out great, a great brawl. I know people aren't fans of these matches, but I thought this was great. It's a brawl the whole time. There's some great spots. There's a double chair spot done by Suzuki. Then there was a choke slam by Archer.
Lance Archer. Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah. That was a good spot.
On the Young Boys.
Yeah, that was good.
On the Young
He
Boys.
piled them all up and he just threw them on top. That was great.
Suzuki's just beating all the stagehands up.
I liked him dragging those security guards, Young Boys around like he was gonna.
Yeah.
He looked like he was gonna kill somebody in this match. It was so perfect for him.
Archer is insane. He looks like an insane guy, and I think that's what gets him over.
What a difference between this guy 10 years ago in WWE.
No doubt.
And now.
Yep. Big difference. Japan can do that to you though. You better show up in Japan or you're not going to get over. You can't be a joke over there. So I forgot to mention the fans sang the Suzuki song very well. And
the Kaze Nidare.
It got the crowd going a little bit, which was good. So basically this match was to set up the ending. Homicide comes out. Steve, you want to explain the reaction for Homicide and what he did?
Oh, that woke us all the hell up.
Yeah.
Because we weren't that was, I think we were just like, that was the last, we got a huge reaction and we just woke us right the hell up. And we're like, all right, that's it. This is it. Here we go.
Yeah.
And then, because that was not something I was expecting, but,
he's in ROH and they haven't really, and A&W and ROH haven't really,
worked together.
Opened the forbidden door there.
Cross promoted each other. So it was a bit of it was a huge surprise. I never thought Homicide would show up in an AEW.
Yeah. So he comes out and helps
because he's with ROH.
So he comes out and helps Mox and Suzuki, and then I believe Mox got the paradigm shift for the win.
It was interesting that also I didn't realize that this was happening, but has that Friday night. While that was airing, Suzuki was wrestling Homicide at a GCW show. Which is interesting.
There you go.
Was it Friday or Saturday night?
Friday night was the GCW show.
Right.
Was it Friday night the GCW show?
Yeah. So that would have been the hint that they might have got Homicide for this show. So that he got the big pop, the cheer at the end, which got the crowd going at the end. I don't know what's happened to Moxley's paradigm shift, but it looks terrible now and looks like a DDT or a rolling suplex. I don't know why he's not doing it like he did before. But it just doesn't look as good.
I have no idea.
So
no, it's not
to make it more devastating. I guess it's to make it look like it's more devastating.
It doesn't look as devastating. It looks worse.
I don't know. It's just like it just looks like either regular DDT or a suplex.
Yeah. So that's weird. But they get the win. I hope that this means it's over and we see new directions for Mox and Eddie. And Archer. I don't know what you do with Archer. He's just such a big, talent, and he can talk. And I just feel like they should be doing more with him. But I think he's working more in Japan now and with GCW. So
he's kind of directionless right now.
Like, to me, I don't know if you want to have like a feud in between the Bryan feud, but I'd put him in against Omega. That would be something to watch.
Who? Archer and
Omega? That would be something.
You can do some Dynamite matches with that.
Like, just to scare him off.
I maybe set him up down the line. Maybe if Sammy Guevara does win the TNT title,
you could
maybe
do that.
You can have that.
He's kind of a tweener though.
Next big feud.
Like, Archer's kind of a face and a heel. He's not really hated. He's not really loved. He's sort of in the middle.
So that's what I'm saying. He can work with both.
Yeah,
he can work with both. But I wouldn't do it with Kenny Omega.
Yeah, I mean, he's already worked with Miro, so he can't work with Miro again.
No,
he's worked with Moxley. I mean, there's not a whole lot, not a lot of directions you can go.
Hey, maybe Punk, maybe Brian.
Wow, Punk. Wow, yeah. Brian, man, I don't. That's the thing. You don't know where they're gonna go. I mean, Brian can't fight Omega every week, so eventually he'll have to fight somebody
No.
else.
Yeah.
But I think Punk's gonna be with Team. He's gonna fight Hook. It looks like Punk. So, for all indications are he's gonna fight Hook before Starks. So,
I see that's the thing with Starks. I'd push it more down the line.
yeah.
Starks is going to be a pay-per-view match. That's
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah,
they're going to go
that's
on
what I would say
promos for
before.
like a month before they fight each other. Yeah,
Yeah.
100%. So that's Rampage, guys. I thought this was nowhere near good as good as Dynamite.
No.
And the viewership, you know, the proof was in the viewership. They did a great first 2 hours, but the last two were kind of dead. And I don't really blame the crowd. There'll be better shows. Overall, this is a success, but just Rampage didn't lack the excitement and star power to be as powerful as Dynamite. Hopefully that doesn't continue. Rampage is much better as a 1 hour show. And if it stays that way and you emphasize the young talent or some of the women that haven't gotten a spotlight, perfect. That's what you need on Rampage.
Yeah.
And by the way, I know it doesn't make a difference here to us in Canada, but in the US, they're moving to TBS in January.
Correct. Yes, they are.
Just Dynamite.
Yeah, Dynamite.
Just
Yeah,
Dynamite,
sorry.
yes.
Dynamite.
Just Dynamite, yeah.
TBS.
And that's because basketball and hockey will be on TNT this year. So that doesn't leave a lot of days for wrestling. So they kind of had no choice but to move to TBS.
Yeah.
But that's fine. I'll find a way to watch it. TSN will probably cover
TSN
it.
will,
TSN will have
here
it,
in Canada, TSN will still be will still be showing it.
So that's our thoughts, guys. What are your thoughts on this show? You know, there a lot of good stuff to look forward to. And overall, the show was a success. It was a sellout. So nothing but positive on this. But you know, the crowd just got a little dead and tired, and that's cool. So that's it for us today. Please remember to subscribe. Please remember to like and share our video. You can find Tony Barbosa on Instagram. You can find Steve on Facebook. If you want to talk to them, if you want to give them your thoughts, no problem. We also got the YouTube page. You can talk to us on. You also got the Reese Report on Facebook. You can talk to us on. Give us your thoughts. Let us know what you think. But until then, we will see you on the next Reese Report. Good night, everyone.
Yeah.